You know, maybe it's because I spent so long living in an area where there was like one decent hamburger shop. But since coming to Kyoto, I have been on a quest to find the best hamburger shop in town. And so far, I've heard of a bunch of places, probably at least 6 or 7, and there's probably more than that. Well, I am especially excited today to go to this one. I found it in this magazine. Look at this. Bacon cheeseburger. I mean, doesn't that just look glorious? I'm so excited. Let's go check it out.
Once in a while, once in a while, in a while, once in a while.
Wow, that was a packed train. That's insane. See how many cyclists just completely ignored this sign right here? The cyclists in this town are crazy. They're so insane. I mean, most of them are pretty good, yeah, but a lot of them just seem to completely ignore the rules of the road. It drives me nuts. See those cyclists? Look at that. Wrong side. That guy knows what's happening. Good job, buddy. Mossburger is actually a pretty decent chain fast food hamburger place. It's not where I'm going, but I would say it's a step above McDonald's. I found it! It's right here. Burlesque. Apparently this sign says this is a beauty salon and a hamburger shop together. I had no idea. Yep. It's a haircut place, all right. Konnichiwa. Wow. 一人で。
すみません。今日ね、ハンバーガーですか？
あ
ハンバーガーちょっとねお昼で売り切れちゃったんですよ。
ああ、そうですか。
誰かに聞いて来てくれはったんですか？
メンズリーフで見た。
ああ、そうですか。
はい。ベーコンチーズバーガーめっちゃ美味しそうで。
すみません。
ああ、残念。じゃあまた。
はい、寄ってくださいぜひ。
あらら。They ran out of hamburgers. Ah, this is like one thing that is very, I think, unique to Japan. It's actually kind of a good experience to have on this vlog because this is something that is not unusual in Japan. A place like will sell out of foods and they'll just be done for the day. Even if it's like the food that they are known for, the food that they advertise. Like that place had basically only hamburgers on the menu and they're done for the day. They're out, even though they're open until 10 o'clock. It's just something you would almost never hear of happening in America. Like, you'd never hear of a pizza shop running out of pizzas or a hamburger shop running out of hamburgers. You know, maybe occasionally like a high-end restaurant would like run out of steaks or something, but it's pretty unusual. But here, it happens all the time. I think a lot of the reason for that comes from two places. First is that Japan really stresses their culture of just not wasting any foods. From a young age, even from elementary school, kids are pretty much forced to eat everything on their plate at the school lunch. And a lot of the times they're not allowed to leave the table until they finish. And that means like they lose their recess time, they can't play with their friends after lunch. Now, I haven't seen that happen very often at the schools that I've worked at, but I have seen kids be forced to sit down a little bit longer than everyone else until they finish their food. And the other thing is that Japanese food culture places a really high value on the freshness of its food, the freshness of ingredients and the food in general. You'll see this at the supermarket, like the freshest foods will always be the most expensive when you're buying meats, vegetables, fruits, anything like that. As they go down in freshness, as they lose freshness, the prices will also go down and down and down. So I think those two things combined, it means that chefs will always, when they're buying their ingredients at the beginning of the day, they will only buy what they need for that day. And then they'll just make food until they run out, because they don't want to have anything left over and they want everything to be fresh. So I think that's what happens, and I think that's why they run out of food so often. And I was just thinking to myself, crap, it's starting to rain and I don't have an umbrella, but I was just walking along and look at what I found. Pound hamburgers and hot dogs. I swear this wasn't planned, I didn't know this place existed.
Once in a while, once in a while, once in a while.
Look at that Japanese black Wagyu beef. Looks delicious. Pretty good. Whoa! My egg came spilling out. This is not milk. This is cow piss. It is dairy based, I think. It's very, very sweet, but it's like a yogurty soda. It's really good, even though it has an unfortunate name. Well, that was pretty good. It wasn't like, you know, boutique hamburger like I was hoping to eat today, but at least I'm satisfied that I had a decent burger. I'm gonna take the bus to where I'm going next. The really cool thing about the buses here, I mean, the bus system is so intricate in Kyoto. At most of the stations they have these signs that tell you the number of your bus and a couple of stations beforehand, and it shows you if your bus is coming soon. This is the bus I'm taking. It says the bus is approaching, and there it is. The real nice thing about the buses in Kyoto is whether you go 1 stop or 15 stops, no matter how far you go, it is one set price, 230 yen. It's a pretty good deal. This is Teramachi Street. It is like lined with shops of all different kinds. There's drugstores, there's clothing stores, there's food stores. It makes it one of the premier shopping areas in all of Kyoto City. As you can see, it's also super crowded, but it's really cool because like it has things like this in the middle of the shopping area. Again, this is what I love about this city. You turn a corner and suddenly there's this completely different environment. A sticker store, and they have I love Toyama and I love Kyoto stickers, and we can't focus on them, but trust me, they say I love Toyama and I love Kyoto. Holy crap, it's dark out already. Man, I generally like fall and winter a lot, but my least favorite thing by far is how early it gets dark out. Man, it's so depressing.